So this might be a question for Professor Richard Dawkins, and I did ask him on Twitter. Don't know and doubt if he'll ever answer though, because who answers the questions of unenlightened Eastern European plebs? But here I go anyway. Of course, he and Sam Harris and Christopher Hitchens shit on religion and superstition and basically all various kinds of stupidity. But Richard Dawkins is especially appreciated for his contribution to Darwinian thought and science, to the origin and mechanism of evolution and natural selection and stuff. And he's the one that fascinates me the most of all the popular atheists or non-believers, as he likes to call himself, because he's especially trying to maybe in a way connect and explain the evolutionary and biological origin and need for religion as a phenomenon in the human species. Do we have a gene for being religious? Simply put, it is intertwined with our biological makeup or whatever. And then, of course, within the whole topic of natural selection and genes and ideology, I happened to come across his views on homosexuality, and he came to adopt or look upon several theories, all of which I think described homosexuality as a remnant of a gene that was somehow deemed useful by natural selection in the distant past. And now, although no longer needed, it, at least according to the particular theory, it still remains and is a factor within societal systems. So this kind of explanation kind of made me think in a similar way about the possible origin of religious belief. If something like homosexuality was a remnant of an old gene, why not religion as well? I tried to weigh in my head the logical possibilities and scenarios wherein something like a religious factor, a superiority factor, or maybe even a fear factor would be useful to natural selection and evolution. And the key word for me was fear, as to a large extent the main world religions base their power on the disseminating fear of a superior being among the masses. And when it comes to the most probable fear scenario in a prehistoric world, where doctrine of religion did not have such a sophisticated form of existence, I can think of the relation between predator and prey. The early ancestors of humans were particularly weak in comparison to the species of predators that hunted them down, so natural selection and evolution might have deemed it quite useful to ingrain in them a sense of deep fear in the form of a whole freaking fear gene, inferiority gene. And because the work of evolution is so highly sophisticated, this gene did not disappear when we stopped being easy prey for predators. Instead, the remnant of this gene, mixed with our weird sociological factors, became not just a simple safety-inducing fear factor, but a deeply psychological inferiority complex, so deeply embedded in our composition that we started hallucinating of all these powerful beings that commanded us and threatened us and essentially made us dependent on them. With the ages passing, humans became more powerful and no longer easy prey, but the gene was so strong that its effect remained, and we twisted it and its use into something as weird and illogical as religion. Religion is thus, I would say, a prehistoric inferiority complex.